I lived in apartments for 10 years. I bought a house, couldn't really afford it, had roommates. A 4-bedroom, 3-bath house, I had 3 roommates.
How was that, by the way, with roommates? I'm just curious because I hear a lot of people do that as a way to pay their mortgage and stuff. But to me,
as a universal truth, roommates don't take the lint out of the lint trap in the dryer. And then it just gets worse from there.
Gotcha. Really?
I was pretty ruthless. I would have a lease that said, hey, if you hadn't paid, you're late. Within 2 days, I can kick you and your stuff out into the street. I can dispose of it any way I want to. It actually said that in there.
That is smart.
The lease overrides rental laws.
It's a contract. It's a legal contract, just like anything you would enter in legally. You're bound to it, whatever it says.
I blew $220,000 one year, pretty much. So I don't want to do that shit again.
Yeah, cocaine and hookers. God.
Except I never had either one, actually, when I was blowing it. My balls have had varying different sizes in my life, but at some point when I had that money, they swelled real big, and fucking $75,000 tries on stocks, cryptocurrency, whatever, for it to absolutely go the total wrong way. I woke up 2 different times to a $30,000 loss, so that was awesome, especially since I didn't have a job worth a damn. I've got a huge risk tolerance, obviously, but it didn't go my way. It could have.
I'm the most boring when it comes to investing because I'm one of those people, stick with the tried and true. If time is on your side, then time is going to be your best moneymaker. Compound interest and investment in index funds.
If you're saving money every month enough that you see a big jump in your savings or in your bank, you feel good about it. You don't want to fuck it up. You don't want to take the risk. I start taking the risk when I don't have big incomes. We missed the Microsoft train. We missed a lot of...
We could have got on that Tesla train.
Come-ups, but we could have got on the Tesla. We could have got on the Facebook. We could have got on, I don't know which other ones,
Netflix, yeah.
I knew a guy that just thought Netflix was the best invention ever when they were mailing out DVDs. It was a doctor I worked with, and he said, man, this is just the best shit. He would order like 5 at a time, and he'd send them back at random. But
that's
once
been there. That's not a bad thing, especially if you're breezing through television.
So once they would get one of those back, he could order one more, but he could have out like up to 5 at a time.
Yeah.
And he just preached how good it was. Maybe should have been enough to convince me, but it wasn't. To buy a stock. I didn't see the evolution of Netflix, though, into what it is, where they produce their own shows.
It's one of those things where I've always had, I guess, okay internet access. I had no idea internet speeds would ever be this affordable, this fast, and you could diversify how you use it, from music to movies.
They cleared up a whole room in your house with your porno DVDs. It's all online. Those special ones you got on that one hard drive.
I mean, who would have thought a terabyte would fit in something you could hold in the palm of your hand? So knowing what we know now and discussing what we just discussed, what do you think the next big technological leap would be?
No fucking clue.
We're still in the dark. We didn't learn a damn thing, did we? Nothing.
Pretty much
nothing. It's like, okay, life is already hard enough. Debt makes it so much worse. Even when everything's going right in your life financially, debt still brings you down a couple notches because you got monthly income you haven't even earned yet, tied up already.
Automatically gone.
Spent.
So now we can't see you, which is a lot better.
Liberating. It's exciting to it's almost like giving yourself a raise at your own job. Like, even though I'm not doing anything different, I'm not making technically any more money, I have a lot more money now at the end of the month that's kind of like, okay, I can invest a lot more. I can work on getting out of debt with my car, which is the final expense before I'm completely debt-free.
I've never had a car payment one time ever. I've been tempted to have one, but I've never had one.
I thought I never would personally either, but
I drove hoopties when I needed to. Just total embarrassment. I would do it anyway. Fuck it.
Driving around in a hoopty. I could see you as that.
I pulled up into job interviews sometimes. I was just hoping they didn't look outside because I knew they wouldn't hire me. They would think, oh, what the fuck is this guy?
He's wearing that Charlotte Hornets jacket from the mid-'90s. I don't think this is a good candidate.
I never had one of those. I did have some pretty neon Tommy Hilfiger jacket and some things like that.
Tommy Hilfiger, that's a name I haven't heard in at least a decade, if not more.
Probably still exists. That was super popular. When I was in 7th, 8th grade, if you showed up with a new Tommy shirt every couple days, you were slowly climbing up the popularity ladder.
Yeah.
When I first bought those, I didn't realize they came in sizes. I just thought a shirt was a shirt. That's how dumb I was. So I just bought a few, and I had probably a small, medium, and a large. I wore all of them.
Why is this one so baggy? I don't know. It's just the way they made it.
Then I started looking around the shirt and realized it. Because up till then, I'd always had hand-me-downs or things that my mom bought. So I went to the store, and by the way, things she bought, I got sent to school in Kmart sweatpants and Kmart shoes. So don't feel like I was super spoiled or something like that. But when I finally started buying some stuff, literally went in, thought, oh, that's a cool shirt. Didn't think to look for size.
Huh.
As crazy as that is.
What about pants? Did you ever care about your waistline, or did that ever register? Or?
I realized sizes existed off of the shirt thing before I ever bought pants.
All right.
So I was good to go. The very first time I bought pants, I realized I had to get a certain thing that would fit me. The other thing you mentioned, the cologne, I couldn't afford the good cologne. I would get the ones that, again, Walmart, Kmart, the little $5 knockoffs. It would be CK1, except it wouldn't be.
The double as bug spray.